Hey peoples, welcome to another movie review of the movie Joker. As always, I want to say thank you for listening, that really means a lot to me, and on to the review. So Joker is about Arthur Fleck. He is an aspiring comedian, but things aren't going his way. He gets jumped in alleys, people talk down to him, people treat him rude, the world around him is horrible, he deals with some mental issues, and all of this leads him down the road to becoming the character we know as Joker. And that's the movie. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my negatives out the way because I only have about 4 of them. So my first negative is the interaction with Bruce Wayne that you see in the trailer where he puts his fingers in the kid's mouth and makes him smile. I just feel like a kid would be like, ew, get your hands out of my mouth. So that was a little bit odd. But also he looked like a weird, lonely kid. So maybe he's like, oh, this is a nice change. Stranger's fingers in my mouth. My next negative is that I wish the relationship was a little bit smoother. Feels like it jumps into it, but I feel like they could have done that a little bit cleaner. My next one is the dance that you see also in the trailer where he's in the bathroom. That execution didn't work for me. I get what was going on as it progressed later on in the movie. I just wish also that was executed a little bit more smoother. And my last negative is that this movie is very slow. It is paced slowly. It's a nice even pace, it's just a slower pace. And that kind of gets you wiggling at a certain point in the movie, but I guess the movie realized that and that's when they pick stuff up. But I understand the pace because this is about a man slowly descending into madness, and you need that type of pace. It just got to me at a point in the movie. But that's all my negatives. Everything else is a positive. This movie is very fascinating, and I think what makes it interesting is that you're receiving entertainment from somebody going through a moral downfall in their life, but they're finally finding happiness, so it kind of messes with your brain. You don't really know how to feel because you're like, oh, I'm feeling happy because now he's doing bad things and feeling good about it. Joaquin Phoenix does an incredible job in this movie. He becomes this character perfectly. He feels real, he feels like a person you can meet out in the real world, and you feel bad for him. And I like that the movie made you feel bad for him because you see where he started. It doesn't necessarily mean that you condone where he ends, but you see how he could have reached the point where he reached. And if you take out his mental instability for a moment, you can see why someone would go crazy because of the way people treat him. And it might make you look at yourself and think about how you treat others and how you think of others, and maybe if you would just help out certain people, they wouldn't end up this way. But also, he has mental issues, so that adds on top of that, and that makes it even worse. But everything about his delivery was perfect. Body transformation was creepy and it made you feel eerie. The way he interacted with people where, you know, he wanted that connection with people and he really tried, but people were just rude. But also, speaking about that, they're rude because they are also depressed. The world that they're in isn't the prettiest world. Everyone's just living in this world of suck. It's horrible and no one likes it. They did an incredible job on the world building. Everything feels grimy, it feels nasty, you don't want to be there, it looks depressing, no one's happy, and all of the actors in this movie make you feel that as well. I wouldn't say this Joker feels like a typical Joker to me, maybe Joker in his infancy because he's just starting out, but as I was watching it and thinking of all the iterations of Joker, I really didn't see Joker in this performance. Maybe it's because they helped you connect with the character more, but Joker and his background seemed more like a mystery to me, so I guess the fact that they showed more of it, it took away that mystique and it disconnected it from the actual character of Joker that we usually know. I still want to say there's still some mystery in his origin. Yes, the movie does claim one thing, but because of how they paint the Joker and his interaction with his mother and her interaction with the Wayne family and all that situation, it makes you doubt what they claim in the movie. And that's amazing as a movie. The fact that I was doubting supposedly morally good characters and siding more with the Joker character is astonishing to me, and it's amazing that the movie makes you do that. So the storytelling in this movie is very engaging. I like Arthur Fleck's interaction with his mother. I like his interaction with people at his job and how that comes up later in the film. Everything's tied in and written so well that it makes the execution of the story near perfect. One thing I really liked in the story is that our character is just looking for validation. He wants people to see him and give him love and treat him nicely. So when he does take that turn and he receives that, it makes sense that the character would continue to act in this negative fashion because that's the first time people have actually recognized him. So though you don't agree with the character's actions, it completely makes sense of why he does what he does. And that's what makes the story so good. There are only a handful of times where there are actual jokes or humorous moments in the movie. Every single joke and humorous moment lands, and every single one of them is funny, and those sprinkles make the movie even more enjoyable. So I will suggest going to see this movie, but like I said, it is a slower paced film, so maybe go to a theater with cushy seats. But as weird as it sounds, I think you will fully enjoy watching the downfall of this man and the craziness that follows. But that's all, guys. Thank you for listening. As always, please like, thumbs up, subscribe, retweet, comment, heart, all those things. I really appreciate it. Please continue to have a great day. God bless. I'll talk to you tomorrow.